Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Ref podcast with my two favorite Italian boys, Angelo and Frankie. Introduce your guests.
All right, so today we have Devlin and Andre. Thank you guys for coming on.
What's
Thank
up,
you for
guys?
having us,
Good to be
Angelo.
here.
What's up?
All right, Devlin, introduce yourself, like what team you support and what league.
Okay, so first of all, I'm a player for Auburndale. I'm a center back, and I go to Malloy High School, and I support Wolves and also Irish national team.
Okay,
So.
Andre, for you as well.
Big Bayern fan. Big Bayern fan. Got the scarf and the jersey on. Had a good win yesterday. I know you're a little upset. It's like Arsenal, but I'm a goalkeeper, and I like Neuer a lot. German, Mexican, love those national teams. Great.
All right, cool. So we'll start for the games in the Premier League today. You want to start with the Arsenal game? Or...
No, we'll start with the Serie A.
Okay, so we're starting with the Serie A. It's my notes. Okay, so we'll talk about the Serie A today. Juventus played Roma today. Juve won 2-0. Ronaldo scored, and then it was an own goal. One thing I would like to touch on is the formation for Juve. So they lined up today. It was announced with the 4-4-2, but then when the game started, it became the 3-5-2. They moved Chiesa as like the right mid in the 3-5-2 formation because Danilo, Bonucci, Chiellini were in the back line. Chiesa on the right, McKennie, Rabiot, and Arthur in the midfield. Sandro on the left, Ronaldo, and Morata up top. And then towards the end of the game, they switched back to a 4-3-3. And then they just kept possession. Because when they brought in Kulusevski, that's when they got the second goal. And Kulusevski played right behind Ronaldo.
That's the future star.
Yeah, that kid has a lot of potential. Just not Chiesa. We can't mention that kid's name on this podcast. He left the worst team in the best team in the. Thanks, Frank. he left the best team in the world. All right.
The
also
relegation battle.
the relegation battle. Oh, cool. Shut up, Frankie. Napoli looks like they're gonna sack Gattuso tomorrow. They lost 2-1. Torino made a comeback against Atalanta today, and Spezia have been on a good form this season. They beat Sassuolo 2-1, which is very good because Spezia have moved up to 15th in the league.
Because they're higher than Fiorentina.
No, they're not higher than Fiorentina.
Yeah.
No, Fiorentina's in 13th.
How? They drew with Torino, who's in last.
Yeah, but look at the league standings right now. Fiorentina's in 13th, Spezia's in 15th. It depends on the result tomorrow for Udinese. If Udinese loses, Spezia will go up.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so Devlin, let's talk about Wolves and stuff now.
So last game, pretty controversial. I know Frankie knows all about it. First of all, let's start with Nicolas Pepe. Great goal. That was class. The cut in. He made Semedo look dumb. And then
he played
so
for
good.
Barcelona and he barely even did anything. He got smoked by Alphonso Davies twice.
Yeah. So not his best game, but then controversial tackle with David Luiz. He, in my opinion, he took out William Jose.
Wasn't even
First of all, have some perspective. Angelo, you're a referee, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't have VAR and you see that situation in a youth league, automatic red, in my opinion.
Yeah, in the youth league, there's no VAR, which is
So you could argue that it's no red.
In FA guidelines, it says if the player doesn't make an attempt to take down someone in a 1v1 situation, it is not a red card. And David Luiz,
he pulled out.
I pulled his leg back.
Yeah. So I think part of it was it's not like I think the part that's sort of confusing is David Luiz went down after. Like he went flying into the goal.
It's like he tripped.
Yeah. So like what tripped him? Maybe he tripped on Jose's stud. So it's debatable. Definitely debatable. In my opinion, if I was the referee, I'd go back and check and figure it's a yellow card. But then so they score the penalty and then Matinho with a wonder goal and then
it was a good goal. It was a good goal.
Good goal. And then Leno decided to play volleyball. So
he's having a little moment right now, guys.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask the Arsenal fan about his perspective on the game. So what would you like to say about the game?
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, I'll just say, Wolves against 9 men. They held the possession, but I don't know. Like it wasn't like obviously you could tell with the possession stats they were down. Arsenal was down men, but they still struggled in some parts, which is disappointing. Like they should have capitalized. I felt the yeah, it was almost disappointing. They only won 2-0, 2-1 against a team with 9 men, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Aubameyang almost knocked on the door at the end.
Yeah, it was nerve wracking. Definitely, the injury time was nerve wracking
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
agree with that. Yeah,
I had turned the TV off by the 70th minute.
yeah. Frankie couldn't watch it no more.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Andre, let's talk about some Bundesliga games and stuff.
I didn't know the Premier League only had 2 teams.
No, we're
Well, I
gonna,
saw the Bayern game. It's a good game. Keep them in the lead. The table. I think they're, let me see, 7 points ahead. It's Leipzig. They're always competing for that
yeah.
spot up there. But
Tomorrow as well. Or was that today?
Lewandowski, he hasn't scored. That's surprising. He had the penalty. I don't know if you know he missed. He missed a penalty. I think it was 1 in the last 7 maybe.
Yeah,
But Coman, he's been really shining.
yeah.
Scored the winner. I think it was like early first half. But
one surprise from the Bundesliga is Dortmund's having trouble. I heard they're like 16 points behind Bayern at the moment, which is below their normal standards, I'd say.
yeah, they're normally top 5, right?
Yeah, for sure. So who knows if they'll figure that out?
Schalke, dead last in the league.
Yeah,
Decent players there, just not performing.
There's
Didn't
one
Sane
player
come from
that,
there?
that have been playing well. That kid Matthew Hope up top. He's been really shining for
Here's
them.
what. Here's
recently.
all I'm gonna say: is he
Mhm.
scored a hat trick and 1 goal in 6 appearances. And when you think about that, if it doesn't that hat
Mhm,
trick,
yeah.
if it's not that hat trick, it's 1 goal in 6
Six
appearances.
games, yeah.
For a striker, you're relying for goals on. That's
Yeah,
not
of
very
course,
good.
yeah. Yeah, they even brought back Huntelaar to help him, and it's
They brought
Yeah.
Afi
nothing.
back and Kolasinac.
Kolasinac. Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they're gonna have a good defense anymore because Mustafi.
and
Yeah,
they just sold their center back to Liverpool, right?
Yeah,
to
back.
Liverpool. Yeah, on the loan with the option to buy for 18 million.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's 18 million for a guy like him.
That's a steal in my opinion.
But
for
see,
him.
here's the thing: he's in form. He's at least 60 mil. He's not in form with the team that's not in form. He's 20 mil.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, 100%. Because they conceded like 46 goals this season when he was playing, which is crazy if you think about it. So
You think of a
it's
team
crazy.
like again, Andre will know Stuttgart are doing amazing in the Bundesliga. We got Wamang Tukia, Orel Mangala,
Nicholas
Tanguy
Gonzalez.
Koulibaly, Nicholas Gonzalez. Hasn't been amazing, but he's been there.
Yeah, he's been there. Yeah.
Kobel, who's also been really good.
Sosa, Ben Sosa. What's his name? Sosa, the left back.
Yeah, who cares? But yeah, they've had a very good season as well, and you can see the difference between a team like them and a team like Schalke. You know what I mean? They played earlier on in the season. I think it was a 3-1 loss for Schalke.
I believe so. Yeah. So you want to go back to the Premier League now, quick?
Don't we have
We'll
like-
go through today's games, maybe.
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
through today's games quick.
Well, obviously, Everton, Man United. I know you watched that game, so you can talk about that.
Yeah, I'll talk
Tough
about this.
game.
You're the United fan or the Chelsea fan.
Stop making fun of me.
Pick a team, dumbass.
We're still on this.
No, United were playing well, and then Everton got to Decore scored and James scored.
You know what the
Chris's favorite
sad part
person?
is? United scored the goal to make it 3-2, and Angela didn't cheer. When Everton scored the equalizer, he started cheering.
Yeah, I went crazy when Everton scored. Yeah,
Well, he's
because
rooting for a good game.
yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, yeah, because Twans didn't
McTominay
get
has
a
been on
foul.
top
What
form.
team do you support?
What team I support?
Yes, in the Premier
Wait,
League.
wait, wait.
There's 2 teams I support:
Okay, what 2 teams?
Everton and Chelsea. I like Everton's style of play. I
You were
can't help
talking
that.
about United.
You.
How you
I like.
United.
Yeah, I like United because of Bruno Fernandes. I like how they play, but I do not support them. Like if there's a game on against United, I would watch it.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
like when they played Arsenal.
hey.
When they played Arsenal.
at one point, Angelo would choose a
Yeah.
team, and this point would never be.
See,
in
like
this
here's his problem.
podcast.
He wants to pick a team that's going for the title, and honestly, he just doesn't know what team that is because Chelsea can't score goals for their lives, and Everton can only get draws. Simple. Not that
Werner's
Arsenal
a flop.
there, but
Angela, want to talk about
Yeah.
Werner?
what about Castrovilli and Coquelin
No, we can talk about the Milankovic headbutt.
and Amrabat and Bonaventura
Don't mention Borja Valero. Please don't mention that
and
guy's
Borja
name.
Valero.
I
Oh, how
think-
about
I
that
hate that
Inter
guy.
game, huh? 2-0.
It was a good game. Barella
It's
scored.
not that bad. It wasn't 6-0, like you said.
Yeah,
It's not
yes,
bad.
I even posted it on social media. At least it wasn't 6.
Yeah, not 6
That's the
nothing.
one good thing. Perisic scored the tap in, and how are you gonna save a beautiful goal from Barella? He's been in form this season. He's been doing
Best
really good
sentiment in the
numbers.
league.
I agree with that. I'll be honest
And,
with you.
he's
Barella's
young.
one of
And
the
he's
best-
young. That's the good part too.
Yeah, he's got great
22,
potential.
23?
Yeah, 23. He's got one of the best. He's at the most beautiful team right now, playing good football. He's really
And playing-
a good coach. Yeah,
Playing alongside Ericsson, you can guide him. He
yeah,
has a ton
exactly.
of
He's
experience.
Ericsson's more of the veteran. He could learn on.
Yeah,
Along with Arturo Vidal.
Yeah.
And I've also got a player like Stefano Sensi, who's just not getting appreciated enough. And
Mhm.
is linked with a loan move away to Genoa. Could be an interesting
Yeah, for next season. Yeah,
Could be an interesting move.
yeah. Genoa beat Napoli today as well. It looks
Yeah,
like
well, I
Gattuso's
mean-
gonna get the sack.
Gattuso's a great midfielder when he was at his prime, but manager-wise, not so much.
Yeah, not too
Just like Frankie Lampard.
Frank Lampard got sacked.
That's true. It's 100% true. Yeah.
No, but I'd say that it adds on to the argument that clubs maybe should move away from just hiring the legends and maybe go towards a guy that's more maybe didn't have the best playing
Well-
career like Jose Mourinho
Mhm.
and
Pep
more
Guardiola.
tactically sound.
Pep Guardiola. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola is a completely different story though. He's a great manager.
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
true.
So
He's won
No.
trophies everywhere he went, just not the Champions League with City or Bayern. But
He might as well
Mhm.
bought the Champions League. He still want to win.
yeah, true. You're right about that. Let's talk about the Newcastle game quick in the Prem. Newcastle beat Southampton 3-2. Minamino scored in his debut.
Southampton just digging themselves into an even deeper hole.
And Joe Willock scored on his debut as well. and,
Southampton going from in the first half of the season literally seemed like they were challenging for European football, and now they're almost down to what
Yeah.
13th, something like that.
Well, I think something
teams like them
so that United game.
and the Uniteds and the Leicesters and even the Newcastle, because now Newcastle is like almost tied on points with Southampton, which is crazy.
Yeah, I definitely say it's interesting to see one team that was only playing with 9 men was able to dig themselves out of the hole and come through with the win, Frankie. I don't know if you know anything
Arsenal,
about the
you know,
teams with 9 men. But yeah, definitely hard to come back from a 9-0 defeat for Southampton. So
yeah, of course.
give them a week, I'd say.
Strugglers, yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at the stats now. Hendricks got the red. Almiron played excellent football today. Good.
2 goals.
Jackson got 2 assists today. Pretty well for Newcastle.
It's Maximin shit.
He got the assist.
Yeah, he got 2 assists.
You
not-
can't hate on
not
Gucci.
that
You
bad.
can't hate on Gucci.
Yeah.
Can't.
One thing I would like to talk about is one of the most controversial calls today, the Thomas Suchek red card against Fulham.
100% a red.
Uh,
It was a red.
Mitrovic admitted that it was by accident though after
was
the
a red.
whistle.
It was a red. But see, that's the difference between players like him and others. Other players, like even if you remember a while ago, I think it was Totti or it was Miroslav Klose. Actually, it was Klose. It was Klose. Scored the goal, but said that he was offsides. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference between being a nice guy and just somebody who's nice after the fact.
But that's just being
Robin-
dumb. That's being dumb,
Robin-
honestly.
It's dumb, but at the same time, if Mitrovic wanted that call to be turned, he would have said something during the game. It
Well,
was
regardless,
for third minute.
Suchek getting the red. Regardless of getting the red, he's been on top form. He's been a
Exactly.
great player.
It's gonna really hurt West Ham.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah,
team challenging for European football. I think they're
Definitely a
sixth?
disappointing result from West Ham. They're looking to break into the top 4,
Mhm.
but probably a pretty good result for Fulham, getting the point, maybe digging themselves out of their hole.
Yeah, Fulham almost got one at the end as well. Loftus Cheek almost scored. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
this close. Yeah, Mitrovic is starting in the trying to get one, and Josh
Mhm.
Maja made his debut today.
Yep.
We have the stats from the red card. Chris just pulled up. Frankie's
So we're
read
gonna
it.
read the stats. It was 90th plus 7 minutes. Imagine that you get a red card on the 90th plus 7 minutes.
That's perfectly.
So
Fergie
after a
time.
VAR review, a lengthy VAR review, the referee walks back onto the pitch, and gives the red card for Suchek. We're gonna pretend like it's a poem. It didn't seem to be a particularly dangerous challenge, but the match official had decided that it was violent conduct. It may not hurt West Ham today, but that expulsion will certainly change their game plan in the matches to come.
3-match ban for him as well.
Anybody gonna clap?
Oh, you heard about, speaking about bands, you heard about Andre Onana?
Oh
And,
yeah, he's
Oh,
out
yeah.
for
Crazy.
the year now. For the 12 months. It's
Crazy.
crazy.
Sounds like Angela doping.
No.
And it was what? I think it was like an accidental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Promise is out now.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about Aller quick. Left out of the Europa League squad. It's crazy. Crazy stuff at Ajax right now, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but going back to Onana, from what I've heard, it was he used like his wife had like prescribed painkillers or something, and he had just taken a few, and then he failed the drug test, so
Yeah,
now he's out.
yeah, of course, yeah. There's one thing.
Wasn't he supposed to go to Chelsea a while ago?
Yeah, he
There
was
some
linked to go to
rumors about
Chelsea, I
that, right?
believe, last summer or this
No,
summer.
Yeah.
I do Mendy.
Yeah,
A while
Eddie
ago.
Mendy, yeah.
But who they sign instead of signing Onana, Angelo?
Well, Eddie's a good.
Yeah,
He's a
but
good
Mendy
goalie.
has 3 clean sheets
No,
in
no,
3
it wasn't
games.
Mendy. Because they could have spent more
Oh,
money, but they
Kepa.
sold somebody. They bought somebody else, huh?
Kepa.
Are you happy with that signing? You know who he reminds me of? Alex Renarson. You know who else he reminds me of?
Matt Ryan.
No.
Matt Ryan. bad
Oh,
today.
yeah. Dean Henderson.
No.
I don't know.
Adrian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Me of? An Arsenal goalkeeper when there's a game to win. Sorry. All right, guys. See you.
Frankie's out. All
Time
right.
to go back to my Minecraft world.
All right, Frankie's out now. So let's talk about the 2 big games for tomorrow. Marseille's gonna play PSG. So what do we think? Who's gonna get the 3 points tomorrow? Or we think it's gonna be a draw?
PSG.
I gotta go with the draw, just because in my FIFA account I invested a few 100,000 coins into a headliner Rafinha card, and PSG fumbled the game against the worst team in League One. So
Yeah.
I don't have any faith in them anymore. So I'll
Yeah,
have to go with
Marseille.
the draw.
I don't see them as a top competitor. You can see in the Champions League as well how they just completely. They're just not there. They're not there for that. They got destroyed in the group stage.
Yeah. I think I'll be honest, maybe a draw tomorrow, 1-1 draw. Marseille's trying to push for a Europa League spot. And they I believe they sacked their manager over the week because he said some comments about the transfer market, about signing the guy from Celtic.
Oh yeah.
So I believe
They signed
that-
him without him knowing or something, right?
Yeah, he found out in the
Yeah.
news. Now they're saying Saudi's in to be the manager now.
Oh wow.
So we'll see about that, and then we'll talk about the big game tomorrow, not the Super Bowl. Liverpool versus Manchester City tomorrow. What do we think
Yep.
of getting the 3 points tomorrow?
I gotta go with City.
City. I'm going with City too.
100% agreeable. Because City's been on good form. Liverpool's slipping. Even though they signed their 2 defenders, City's great, but they're also missing that key piece up top. They're missing that Aguero. They just have Jesus though. And then
Yeah.
they have either Sterling behind as a false 9 or Bernardo.
Well, the
One
injuries
thing
are
that's
really
actually go on, Andre.
hurting. You sure? All right. The injuries are really hurting Liverpool there. You know, losing a lot of points from that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The one thing interesting I've noticed about City's shape recently is I don't know which game it was, but probably going back a few weeks, they were playing like like Pep was dealing with all the injuries, so they played De Bruyne at center forward, like a lone center forward, and it's interesting like how easily they adapt to it. I feel like Liverpool's had more trouble.
Yeah,
maybe
especially
adapting to the
back line,
injuries.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Tomorrow, Real Betis, Barca. Not a big game because 2 teams are really dropping points. You think Barca's gonna win tomorrow, guys?
I think it's a draw.
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta
maybe
go with
1-1.
Barca.
Okay.
In my opinion, I'll
What's
go
the
with
score
Barca.
line?
2-1.
2-1. Okay. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw, but maybe Barca might get the 3 points. I'm gonna say 1-0 win if they win.
It's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it. We could just talk
Alright,
about
welcome
have
to our
Chris.
new section of trying to quiz which team is better, because I don't know anything about soccer.
with the videographer. So what team? What team? What do you want? Premier League, Spain, bro. Germany, Italy,
Give me any.
America,
I want to be convinced.
Portugal FC. Mr. Devlin Kenny will explain that right now.
You gotta be a Wolves fan. I mean, not the best run of form recently, but we've got some promising young players. We've got Fabio Silva. He's a little weak, but he'll hit the gym, and then he'll hopefully be stronger going forwards. We've got Vitna, Dendonker.
All right.
Actually,
Dendonker.
a bit of
It's
bit
a
of
complete
breaking
meme.
news. A bit of breaking news. Daniel Podence actually was cited in London hospital earlier today, and he's out with a groin injury. So that's going to definitely hurt Wolves
Yeah.
going forward.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
So.
your team you have to support next week is Wolves. We'll
Is
do this
Wolves.
week by week. bro.
Week by week.
We'll do week
Hey,
by week.
Yeah.
the other team. What happened?
Oh, you want to support Everton then because your boy James, right?
Well, James is only because I support him because of the
Colombian
Colombian.
national team.
You're missing out on the fact that like we have another
Oh yeah, Bayern. Andre, tell Chris why you should
Yeah.
support Bayern.
Well, it's because of German, ethnicity in me. So, and I like Neuer. Neuer's a great goalkeeper. He's a veteran. And, just gonna keep passing it down. Nubel, I think he had a start recently, the substitute goalie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just an overall good team, a game-winning team, championship-winning team, with young talents like Davies and
Yeah,
Kimmich.
love
Kimmich is
that.
one of the best center mids in the whole world, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And potentially Champions League winners again, 2 times in a
Mm.
row potentially.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like I watch Alphonso Davies in person. I watch him play as a right mid, but you could tell he's very versatile. He could play in the
Where'd you
left
see him?
back, left mid, right mid. When he played against NYCFC
For
The
Vancouver.
Whitecaps.
for the Whitecaps, yeah,
That's
Oh
cool.
wow,
yeah.
that's very cool.
He's a great player, pace, and he knows how to finish. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
so yeah.
he saw me on Germany, but I have to go with Wolves. So
Wolves, okay. So we'll
All
see
right.
next week then.
we'll see.
Nice.
If I chose wrong, I was never here and I was never a part of this podcast.
All
Alright.
right.
All right, so we got Chris's new segment for ref. What team he'll support every week? He's starting to get to enjoy the game. Guys, I think we're gonna end now. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Anything
having
else you guys want to say before we leave?
Just shout out to Ref Podcast. Great podcast quality.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Shout out Ref for having us on, and
Yeah.
hopefully your videos will grow. It's good to educate people on what's happening in the
course,
soccer
yeah.
world, transfer markets, everything.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandparents, tell your
Yeah, definitely.
tell your neighbors. I don't care if they say no.
Yeah, of course. We all play at the same soccer club. That's how we know each other. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get more of the club, more of the kids involved from the club. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you guys next week with a new video.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.